In today's video, we made a month's worth of income in a singular flip. Watch to the end to find out how I added a ton of value, some challenges we went through, and how I maximized the profits. We just picked up our new whip from auction. Look at this thing, bro. We got a Honda Pilot, bro. This thing we got for an insane price, and I think there's some profit to be made. We got some rust repairs again. Hopefully it's not too bad. Otherwise, this car seems to be great condition. Let's get this thing back and get a look at it. Welcome back to another video. Today, boys, we picked up this 2008 Honda Pilot EXL. Let me tell you what that means in a minute. But first, let's check out this Honda Pilot and see if it was worth buying. Now, whenever I look for cars, I go on Facebook, Kijiji, or dealer auctions. Honestly, this is a rare deal that I found on the auction, but usually I find all my deals on Facebook. Let's check out the body and see what may need to be repaired on this car. This car is in super clean condition. Now, it is an old car. It's a 2008. There's some scratches right on the front bumper here. We're not going to worry about that. It's an old car. The wheels are a little bit, definitely you could say curb rashed or something there. Doesn't seem to be too much rust on the body. There is a little spot right here. I don't even know if we'll need to worry about that spot there. On the other side, there is also some rust. Here's the rust on the other side. And then there is also a little hole down here that we are going to have to repair. And unlike the last video on our Honda Civic, we're actually going to do this one right. All your guys' comments inspired me to actually take the time and do this one right. So I appreciate you guys commenting. We're gonna fix up this rust hole correctly this time and not fill it with cardboard and styrofoam. We're gonna check out the interior in a minute, but first let me look at the frame. Sometimes these cars are known for rotting. I haven't looked yet. Here's my live reaction at looking at the frame. You know what? It looks pretty good under here, I'm not gonna lie. It's not even that rusty under here at all. It's actually nice. Huh. Interesting. Now, the way I'd know this is a rotten frame is if there's any big rust holes in the side here. There aren't any, so that is a great sign, and that makes my day a lot better. When you're looking for a car to buy, make sure to always look underneath for any rust holes if you live in an area where they use salt on the roads to get rid of snow. You don't want to buy anything with a rotten frame. A rotten frame car is worth basically scrapyard money. One thing we also have to check are these tires. They look to be in great condition, which is awesome. You can definitely touch up these headlights. They look a little bit foggy, not too bad to be honest for its year and gen, but we can definitely touch them up and make them look a lot better. Now let's get into the interior. After I picked up this car, I drove it about an hour home, and to be honest, it drove perfect. I didn't hear any abnormal suspension noises. The brakes felt good. No weird sounds coming from the engine. Everything on this car seems to be in great shape, and we got this car at an insane price. I am still shocked, which I will tell you guys very soon how much we paid for this 2008 Honda Pilot. So it has 263,000 kilometers. There's no engine light on, just the TPMS. That's the only light on the dash. For 2008, let me show you guys what this has. For starters, it has a full navigation screen. You can set your map and route on this screen. It's a 2008. How does it have this? You also get a beautiful sunroof, fully leather seats on this car, which not to mention are heated as well. It has cruise control. I don't even know what half of these buttons do, but they do something. Automatic mirrors. You got a beautiful space for stuff in here. But let me show you this one thing. We got to go to the back. You also have a freaking television screen, dude. This is a television screen in this car, and you just pop it up like that. There is a third row of seats that can come right up from the back. You can control the temperature from back here, and also leather seats for cup holders. And even for this car being a 2008, it has some better features than my GTR. Not to mention, this interior does need a restoration and a complete cleanup. Nothing too crazy. We'll use some all-purpose cleaner, microfiber, get the job done, and it should look spotless within a couple hours. Well, we may as well not waste any more time. We got to do the headlights. We got to clean the interior, clean up the exterior, restore the trim. As always, we're doing the main things to this car, and then after, we'll be worrying about that rust. Boys, on a side note, my 350Z project, we're getting it up and running very soon. So with that being said, we need a dash cam. So 70 Mi sent out their 4K omni dash cam. So we're gonna test it out, put it in the Z. Let's see this thing. Inside the box, you get the dash cam, the 360 rotating dash cam, and all the tools and wires necessary to set it up on your dash. All right, now we got this dash cam set up. Look at that. We got the front and the rear set up. It's a 2-channel dash cam, so it shoots the front and the back at the exact same time to catch all angles of your car. Just in case anyone rear ends you, you gotta make sure you catch that on camera. Now turn on the car, watch what it does. It literally spins around 360, and it has a little face on there. It shoots a nice wide angle, and the colors are super vibrant. Here's the front view of the camera, fantastic quality all around. And even with nighttime driving, you can see the road clearly on the camera, the colors of the grass, and it's 4K, so it's a great picture quality. With the parking mode kit, 70 Mi 4K Omni's AI motion detection monitors suspicious activity around your parked car. And it also has AI voice control. If you want to get one of these to protect your car or catch any crazy dash cam moments, check out 70 Mi 4K Omni, link in the description if you want to get one. done. They're pretty sick. It was time to get to work. We wasted no time. We started with the headlights. They're a little bit foggy. They're gonna look insanely better after this. We do this every video. Every time we're getting the headlights looking nice. You wanna start by spraying down the headlight, making sure it's lubricated, then take an 800 grit sander and sand the headlight thoroughly. Once there isn't any more crap coming off it, then you know you're about ready to polish. And after, you buff it out to make sure it's looking shiny. I went ahead and did the other one and it looked just as good. We got the headlights done, looking fantastic. Now we're gonna quickly wash down the outside, restore all the trim, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. And to restore this trim, we're gonna be using the tire shine and microfiber method. It works pretty well and makes the trim look amazing. Yes, I know I do this every time, but it is well worth it. It completely changes the trim on the car. For this, I just use tire shine and a microfiber. This is an oil-based tire shine, so it does stick around for quite a bit of time, making it go from ugly faded to a brand new restored trim. All right, boys, we're now gonna clean the interior on our Honda Pilot. It's not too bad, to be honest. A vacuum, all-purpose cleaner, it'll get the job done. We're also gonna pressure wash the mats and make those look a lot better too, because they are pretty dirty. I think this will take me about 20 minutes to do, so let's get to it. Let's start with the mats. Whenever you clean up a car, you want it to be as time efficient as possible. I start by taking out some mats and spraying them down first so they can dry while we clean the rest of the car and any garbage that is left over in this car. You never know what you can find. Sometimes change, sometimes masks, and other random things. The weirdest thing I found before was someone's EpiPen. But for this one, the weirdest was definitely this lipstick. Found a really cool compartment. Look at, there's like a extra compartment here. And inside you got the headrest for the other seats, some jumper cables, some string. This is sick, dude. I continue to microfiber and all-purpose cleaner everywhere on this car, leaving no leftover stains. So we pretty much got the interior fully cleaned up. We're gonna do some finishing up touches on the mats with some tire shine and then put them in, and let's get the results. All right, boys, our Pilot is fully transformed. The interior looks insane now. Let me show you guys what it's looking like. Simple as an all-purpose and microfiber you can get for 20 bucks will add so much value to your car flip. And now that we got the Pilot fully cleaned up, it's looking fantastic. We gotta get some listing photos already. And then tonight we're gonna get this thing listed. Guess in the comments how much you think this Pilot will sell for. We got it at an insane price, which I will tell you guys in a little bit. We'll be going over how much we're gonna list it for, what price I think we can get for it based on the current market, and how much profit there is to be made on this Honda Pilot. But anyways, we're gonna take the car to a nice background and get some listing photos. We're heading home. We're gonna list our Honda Pilot. I think we'll make some really good profit on this car in a short amount of time. Let's get it listed. We'll figure out how much we need to list it for, so stay tuned. Let's get this thing listed. All the hard work is done, except that rust spot. We do got to do that rust spot. Time to list the Honda Pilot. But let me show you guys what I think we'll be able to get for this car based on comparables on the market. So a lot of them have higher kilometers. This one's at 330 and it's listed at 4.5K and it's older. Here's a 2009 with the same kilometers listed at 8K. Kind of insane. That's not the same gen as the one we have, so we got to find something similar. Here's another one listed at 5,700. This is also comparable because it is similar kilometers as well. We got this car at a pretty crazy price. I'm not going to tell you guys until the end of the video. This could be one of my best flips yet. Overall, compared to the market, it's looking like we're going to list this at $5,000 just about. Just like that, our Pilot is listed. Here are my listing photos. Here's the description. You want to make sure you list all the features in your description, all the good things about the car, and that it's a great condition vehicle. I'll take a guess in the comments how long you think it'll sell, and now let's tackle that rust spot. All right, boys, it is day 2 of having our Honda Pilot. We didn't even list this car 24 hours ago. Let me see how many messages we have. 1,000 clicks on the listing so far. We have 29 messages. 5 people coming to see it today. We have our first person coming very soon, so we'll see what they're saying. And this car could literally be sold within a day, and we might make like my best profit ever. I'm not even gonna say it yet. You guys will find out how much we make on this car, but this one could be literally crazy, dude. We got this car at such an insane price, so make sure you stay tuned to find out how much we got it for. First person just came to see the Pilot. It's about 12:30 this morning. The next day after we cleaned up the car, he is thinking right now. He has 1 hour to decide because we have another person coming very soon as well. So he's given himself an hour to think on it, find out in an hour if he ends up wanting it or not. So I'll update you guys very soon. If this car sells to the first person who came to see it, that would be insane. I told you guys someone came to look at it this morning. That guy ended up not buying it. We had over 20 messages within the first 24 hours. And guess what? A nice older couple came this afternoon to check out the car. Second people to see it, and they bought it. Oh my god, dude, this thing is sold. But we're not done yet in terms of work. We have to fix up these rust spots now. So we have to do this rust spot, this rust spot down here, this rust spot. We got to do these rust spots, and then this car is basically sold. We do have to spend a little bit more money, but this could be my best flip yet, as long as we don't spend too much. We have like a $400 budget, and then we're making some really good money on this car, so let's get this rust spot fixed. And this car sold within less than 24 hours. We listed it last night at around 7 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock right now, the next day. So literally less than 24 hours, bro. That's insane, dude. Holy crap. If you guys are trying to start your car flipping journey this year, I do have a free school community where the boys are already crushing it. I am coming out with a one-on-one mentorship very soon if you want to take your car flipping to the next level. All right, boys, so if we're gonna do this rust ourselves, we're at Canadian Tire hardware store in Canada. We gotta find some rust repair stuff. We're gonna try and find the paint coat as well, because we'll need that. I think we just need like some filler, something to fill it, other than cardboard. We're not gonna use that this time. Look at this, dude. A bird shot on my car. Yo, that is a massive one too. Like, how are they doing it that big? All right, we found our first thing. This is gonna be some spray foam filler. We're gonna fill the hole. God, dude. And then bond over it, sand it, sand, primer, paint. We do have the other rust spots that we're gonna have to deal with. You guys know I'm not the greatest at doing this type of work. Usually I just clean these cars. I'm actually gonna do this right today. Now we gotta find some paint. We got our primer as well. We're gonna need this. We don't have any primer. We got our foam spray. We need some paint. I don't think they have it here. We might actually have to get it made, and then we'll get the rust done. And we're doing this job after the fact they bought the car. They already bought the car. They want it to be perfect. I don't know if I can do a perfect job right here. There was also a spot of rust in the door trim, so we had to lift up the trim, sand it down, and then we put some primer over it and let it dry. We're going to tackle this little hole here, and we actually got something I've never used before, which is actually spray foam that hardens. We're gonna be doing this, bond over top, sanding it, primer. Hopefully this works. And hopefully you guys don't flame me in the comments this time. I'm sorry, I'm learning. I appreciate you guys' inputs. I first hit this hole with a screwdriver to get rid of any excess rust. I then filled the hole with the spray foam. Oh, it's all over the end. I believe that's supposed to harden now. Look at that. It's literally like a chunk of stuff. Now we just gotta wait for it to harden, I guess. Then we can kind of cut it off to size. I don't have any knives here, and I don't really want to buy one. We're gonna use a hockey skate blade. Didn't really work out too well, so I just grabbed the screwdriver and took off the excess pieces of foam. I then sanded down every single rust spot to bare metal. This is probably my 3rd time doing this now, and each time I'm getting more comfortable. This took me about 2.5 hours before getting the Bondo. We're using Bondo again. I can't wait to see this come back to life. But I feel like we'll be better at it this time, because this is my 2nd time around. We have to be better at it this time. And boom, there was me spreading the Bondo like it's peanut butter and jam on bread. I think for my 2nd time Bondoing, I did a pretty good job. I didn't get as much on my hands this time, and I think I leveled it on there pretty well. And then you guys can judge if I did a better job last video on the Civic or in this video on our new Pilot. So here's how they dried. There's that one. There's that one. That's no worries. Let's get to sanding. So we're gonna start with this one, that one, and the other side. So let's get it. Sanding down the Bondo took quite a bit of time. Having to do all 3 spots. My arm was super sore after all this. But if you want to get paid, you have to put in the work. Here we go, primer. I used to be so scared doing like just spraying even on a car, let alone Bondoing it. And now like I'm able to do it so freely, so that's sick. I might have went too far. Yeah. I definitely oversprayed quite a bit. I'm still a rookie to body work. Then we're gonna go get the paint in the meantime, do another coat. We'll see how this turns out. Hopefully it looks decent. After a couple layers of primer and then sanding, it was time to paint, which ended up turning out very bad. All right, guys, we got the primer sanded down. Now let's paint this thing up. Hopefully it turns out all right. After watching back the footage, I was definitely way too close when spraying the paint, though it did come out a little bit watery. Dude, this paint sucks. What did they give me? It's dripping everywhere. Oh my goodness, dude. All right, we're just sending it, bro. Dude, what is this? Yo. Oh, what is wrong with this paint? Holy shit, this is bad. Dude, why is it dripping? What is this? Bro, what kind of paint did they give me? Why does it look like that? I don't even know if we can trust the process with this one. This side doesn't look terrible, but it's also kind of dark. All right, it is turning out so bad right now, but look at this. I don't know how that's even possible, but I think I'm gonna let it dry, sand that down, and then spray from even farther maybe. I don't know. I think that's what I have to do because this side didn't turn out bad. I sprayed on this side again from super far, twice the length I was doing before. And look at this. This side doesn't look that bad. This side definitely looks a lot better. I think I know what we have to do for this side. We have to wait, let it dry, sand it down, paint again, and hopefully we can get this looking better because this looks atrocious right now. So we kind of got it fixed. Let me show you guys what we're working with now. Here's the bad side. This rust spot kind of fixed. It looks a little bit better. From far, it doesn't even look that bad. Here it is up close. Looks a little bit chopped, but from far, it's not too bad. This one's kind of bad. Here's the last one. This one definitely came out the best. And from far, here's what it looks like. Over overall, it doesn't look too bad. Now we're gonna take this thing to the mechanic shop, get it safetied, and then the buyer will be picking it up. Once we get it back, we'll go through how much we spent and then how much we actually made on this Honda Pilot. We sold the Pilot. Let's go through how much we spent and how much we ended up making on this car. We paid $1,200 just for the car, which is a crazy price for one of these. We paid $47 for the clear coat and the spray foam. We paid $48 for the custom made paint. And for the safety, it needed the rear crash bar replaced and I believe one little suspension component. For the full safety and everything, we paid $400. I didn't even have to buy gas because it came with a full tank and we didn't really drive it much. So that brings us to a grand total of $1,695 invested into this Honda Pilot. And after literally 18 hours of having it on the market, the second people came to check it out, we sold it for $5,350. So that brings us to a grand total of $3,655 in 18 hours of having the car. This is definitely my best flip yet in terms of time and money. That is awesome, man. Did have some difficulty fixing up the rust, but we ended up making it work and all was good at the end. That is the end of the video, boys. Thank you guys for watching once again. We just got this Honda CR-V in that I sold without even listing it on the market, so stay tuned.